Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 53 of the New Slang Podcast. I'm Thomas Mooney, and on this week's episode, we are joined by three Lubbock musicians. I'm not going to really call them old school musicians, because I think that would be guys from like 25 years ago, but we'll call them like new old school. I don't know, old new school, something like that. They've been playing around here for the last, 4, 5, 6 years maybe. Who I'm talking about is Michael Moad, Chase Francis, and Joey Bybee. At one time or another, they all played for Dalton. Chase, he still plays drums for Dalton, and Michael still plays bass, and Joey now plays drums for American Aquarium, which we do a little bit of talking about near the end. But really, this conversation was kind of I called one of them up and was like, "Hey, you guys are all in town. Do you guys want to meet up and just do a conversation about Lubbock music?" So that's what it's about. It's kind of about the rise of Lubbock music and what their perspective is on it. What they've seen, the growth of Lubbock music, and just kind of the experiences in old times and whatnot. So that's what this is really about. If you are a reader and you'd like to read any of the Wide Open Country stuff that I do, last week there's a real long Q&A that I just did with Ray Wiley Hubbard that you can read. We go over everything in his long and storied career. It was about like an hour-long conversation, and that was really, it was really fun talking with Ray about just those early days and how he morphed into the songwriter he is now. And then there's also like this question thing that I did with the Wide Open Country staff, where I basically was like, "Hey, what is y'all's favorite heartbreaker record?" And so we talk about records that I guess maybe heartbreaker is the term, or we can call them breakup records, whatever you want to say. Originally, I was going to do like Gary Stewart's drinking thing, but somebody else chose that, so I just had to go back and just go straight chalk and pick a Ryan Adams record. So if you want to go read about these breakup records and country and Americana stuff, that's on Wide Open Country as well. And if you don't follow us on any of the social media, you can follow me at _newslang on on Twitter and Instagram. You can search for New Slang on Facebook, and that's where you can get all the podcasts and anything I write, any just random thoughts I have about music and sports and whatnot. And if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, go ahead and do so. Leave us a 5-star review. That would be much appreciated. And just tell all your friends about the New Slang Podcast, because we need more fans and followers and whatnot. I know I say whatnot a whole lot, but I just don't know what to say other than that. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time on here. Here's this interview, music conversation with Joey Bybee, Michael Moad, and Chase Francis.
We start recording and Moad leaves. That's about how it works.
We were all here for a second.
Yeah. I don't even know what he's doing.
Them doors are locked.
What are you looking for?
Go get them.
Are those not them?
That's what I thought too, but yeah.
Well,
we're just going to go and start.
Well, we got started and Moad left. That's Lubbock music scene in a nutshell. Where's Moad?
Where's Moad? He's either in line at Subway getting a meat and cheese sandwich only, or in the bathroom doing narcotics,
Oh, man. Boundaries?
Hey, you were at that one that I did with Dalton that was like wrangling cats, so this is going to be a lot easier than that.
For sure. It will be more focused, for sure, and on topic, I assume.
Yeah. I was just kind of thinking like we just talk about Lubbock music, the come up, if you will, of this music this last 10 years.
The sophomore class or whatever. What are we calling? We talked about that a while back. It had like a.
Yeah, I don't know what would it be
There
called.
were like different like the
Classes.
seniors were like what, like Josh
Yeah.
and Wade and all those guys, and then
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know, whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That was one of those many conversations where we started talking about Blue Light as if it was a high school.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
If there's like a
because it kind of feels like it.
if there's a class photo and all that kind of shit, like in your all's high school, did y'all not have like the photos hung
Yeah.
up of like everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was talking about. There is one right there of Josh and Wade and
Oh yeah.
that cartoon one,
Yeah,
painting one.
So
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
like the
pretty
senior class.
I
up
guess
there.
I don't know
I don't know.
something.
Hey, Moad. My
What?
mom wants a cigarette.
Oh.
It's her birthday.
It's her
Quit
birthday.
being an ass. Thank you, Moad. Are we all about to
All
light
right,
up? right now?
Mode's here now.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
Will you get that lighter?
All right,
Okay, so
focus,
like
guys. Sorry.
No. I mean, at one time, at one time here at Blue Light, you guys were just kind of running around, no one really knowing who you guys were, playing in a lot of the times the same band, except for you two because you're drummers. But what were those early days like? Of it doesn't even feel like that long ago, like 4 years ago, maybe.
It
at the
feels like
max.
a century ago to me.
Does it?
People know
Yeah, it
who
feels
I
like
am.
very long ago.
Yeah, I think Moad and I were playing in 3 bands at once together at
Yeah.
the same time.
It was a lot of fun. We
That
gotta
was-
do it all in one night.
We
as
did
well.
all 3 bands in one night at
Yeah.
one point too, which was cool.
That's funny.
It was a lot of fun. Like it was a lot easier, I think, back then. Like these days, when I try to do something like that, it's a little bit harder. But no, it was just fun. It was totally different genres. Like got to do all of them. Washington Revival was rock and roll.
Yeah.
Dalton was like southern rock, and then you had Randall, who was a lot more country.
Right.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Does it feel? What I kind of feel like happens is like it feels like at some point it started turning into more business. You know what I mean? Like at one point it felt like it was a lot more just everyone was having fun, just
Yeah.
playing shows all the damn time. And
Yeah. I found a photo from 4 or 5 years ago, I think, and it's all of us, like all of Flatland, all of the first front porch thing, all of Randall King. Benton was on stage with us. It was like 30 people on stage. It felt like it was probably more like 10 or 15, but it's just like this big group of all of us just came and hung out, and like that's what it felt like, I guess, is the best way to explain that. Like it was just a group of friends that hung out all the time that also happened to play music
Play
together.
music,
So it was
yeah.
more about hanging out with our friends than anything. I don't know how Chase feels
I'm
about
still
it, but
not friends with these people.
for me, it was more about, it really was in the beginning, just like us hanging out. And like,
Yeah, going
We
to
all-
see
we all
shows
live- we
and
all
playing
live together,
shows.
too.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
I was a latecomer to the blue light scene in general. I was here when Will Green was playing songwriter nights, and when he sucked. And I was like, damn, that boy's come a long way. Because he don't suck no more, you know.
yeah,
But
It's really fun, though, whenever you do suck, though. Like, I feel like that's the
we
most...
still suck.
you don't care as much.
Yeah, it just doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
no.
Like, the mistakes don't matter. You,
don't
can
care as much.
screw up, and it...
More room to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you can literally see every single night improving musically, which is cool.
Usually.
At least it felt that way. It was probably...
For sure, early on. For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I think that was what, like Joey said, like, you know, that was our main thing. We just wanted to hang out, go see shows. We'd go see Turnpike as much as we could, American Aquarium as much as we could, like, and then played shows or just had jams at the house. Like, that's really where Front Porch started, was
Yeah,
jamming out in front of the house. You know?
I had this house off of like 27th in Indiana or something like that, and we had this little PA that we set up in the house, and I told everyone ahead of time, like, we're having a house show. Like, it's a party, but like it's a show. We had like a lineup set up, and I was pumped about it, man. I got really excited about it.
Little mini
And
Did you
festival.
print a flyer and everything?
No, there's a Facebook group
Yeah,
for sure.
There's a
but
mini festival
you don't
at the
have to-
house.
You still print flyers? Nobody prints flyers anymore.
There's a few of us who still print flyers.
But that was cool, man. It was like all the people I just said before, but had this big ass house party at house show, and I think 300 people more than I invited ended up showing up
Yeah.
because everyone just brought their friends, and the cops didn't bust it.
Yeah.
I don't know how,
Yeah.
Brad.
but it was cool, and it was just like a PA in my living room, and by the end of the night, we were all too drunk to sing or play or do anything, so we just ended up hanging out, but
Getting on the roof.
getting on the roof.
Getting on the roof.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's what the Lubbock music scene was for me, and why I love it so much is because it was just a bunch of people hanging out, having fun.
Right.
And then we started playing shows a lot.
There's no ego either. Like, none. Everybody just wanted to play.
Yeah.
Nobody really cared about competition or anything like that.
I think that like those, when I remember when I first started doing the new slang stuff and started really coming out to shows and meeting a whole lot of people, it felt like there was two houses like that kind of just, there's all these after parties and like bands would come over and stuff like that. And then from there it just kind of
Yeah.
grew into something more, and it was like y'all's, and then like the Castle House. Like
Yeah.
the Castle House.
yeah.
Oh, man.
was just
Yeah.
a lot
The
of
Castle
fucking
House was
fun.
more of the after party. I think when we were doing it at our place, it was just we were already hammered and we were just hanging out in the backyard, just trying to keep it going because we didn't want to call it quits. But
How
Yeah.
how old were y'all when this was going on?
I
22,
was
23?
I was 25.
I was 22, 23. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was still in school. I was still going to tech.
Yeah.
I was, like I said, I was a latecomer. I was working shows over at Bash's and at Jake's and with this band called the Buster Dwaynes, and then I also played with a wedding band called Element for a couple years.
I remember Element. Yeah.
I think I
But-
saw the Buster Dwaynes play,
Oh yeah,
but I don't think you weren't in it.
it was like ska, but it didn't
Yeah.
suck like ska sucked.
Wasn't there a really badass trombone player in that
There was
band?
two
Like I
badass
remember that.
trombone
I remember
players.
that, dude.
And a badass drummer. Really
I saw them
handsome
play at
drummer,
PM
too.
one time.
See,
were
when
you?
I-
Were you?
Yeah,
play-
we played PM a lot. We played PM like every
did
month.
did that band keep going after you? Because I know you moved to Austin, right?
Yeah, we won a battle with the bands and over at the office, and that was cool. But I moved to Austin just to like pursue music, and and then I had to come back home and join Dalton Domino. So you see how that worked out. But I mean, the band split up long before I went to Austin, and that band was fun as shit, dude. We were trying some shit. Like, we're playing an odd time, and we were playing like 3-bar phrases. We weren't like just playing 4/4 or 6/8 stuff. Yeah, kind of sounded like a modern, suckier version of Chicago, more poppy.
Nice.
But it was fun, man. Real fun stuff.
See, when I first moved here, where I would always go is Bash's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like Bash's had like a lot of indie rock shows.
Like
The show
downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You remember
the first-
that
the
back
original one.
room? It was
Yeah.
so cool. The dungeon, man.
The dungeon.
It was so fucking cool.
there was like, I saw like Surfer Blood there,
Mm.
and like I was always going to like those kind of shows, and of course like there'd be like 1,000 Thrift Store Cowboy shows, and like Esseline, and I can't even think of now.
We played there with Logan Taylor and the
There's,
Thunderbirds
like,
a lot too.
Kyle Perrin, and man, I can't remember the other guitar player's name, but they had this band called Genesis Device, and they played at Bash's and Jake's, and they were like, Animals as leaders, light, but like dope, heavy, complicated.
You know Corey Ames?
Yeah, I know Corey.
Like they had like a 3-piece band that was kind of like Dead Weather called Coppola,
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
and like
That's cool.
What's her name? Stephanie?
yeah.
Stephanie Long was the lead singer?
and that band right there was like fucking
Badass.
loud
It
as
was like a
shit.
singer
It was
and a
like
keyboard
loud
player?
as, yeah. It was so good though. Yeah, I'm sure there's still like a MySpace of that stuff up.
I'm
Actually,
sure I'm still a fan of that MySpace page.
Right.
Kind of embarrassed myself one night at one of their shows.
uh-oh.
They were playing 34th Street O Bar, and I had never seen them before, and I fell in love with Stephanie immediately because she was a fucking cobra. She was a fox, and I and the band was so badass. I was like, this is fucking sweet. And so I went up to him and I was like, oh, hey, I'm a big fan. And I was like, where'd you get the name from? And they're like, oh my God, are you serious? Francis Ford Coppola? Do you not know your fucking directors, you cultureless pig?
Swine.
Yeah. No, they weren't like that. They were very cool. But I did not know who Francis Ford Coppola was at the time.
Godfather, man.
I know. I fucking know, Thomas.
We did all. I think all of us did that though. There was like a band that we would like get rowdy for. I know of a bunch of nights where I was a complete.
You joined a lot of
idiot.
those bands.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. But
I told him I hate him for that. I was like, how are you going to get to play for two of your favorite bands? First, the Crooks, which we all love. One of the greatest live shows
those guys are some
you
of
could
my
ever
best friends.
see.
I love those guys.
Right.
Yeah. And then he's actually the one that got me into American Aquarium. He's the first person to show me them and then take me to see them at The Office show.
Oh yeah, that was a good show.
It was an interesting show.
Chip eating incident?
Yeah.
I-
The appetizer incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I brought that up with BJ Wall.
He's fucking right.
He's so smart, man. Like, especially with his words, you know.
See, I saw somebody. I didn't see it personally at the office, but I had seen somebody. I guess like do an Instagram photo of a guy reading a book at the office.
Oh, wow.
During a show, and like sitting at the bar with a fucking book open reading, and I was like, I mean, it's not like me thinking, oh, why is this guy fucking reading books? But it's
Yeah.
like there has to be a cheaper place to read a book at
Yeah.
Especially a more
than
comprehensive
watching a fucking
place.
show.
Well, the thing is that place is like also a sports bar. You know?
Right.
So one of my favorite shows that I saw there, just as a stupid kid running around trying to drink and watch bands, was Uncle Lucius played there. It was like their first time playing The Office, and he got up there and he was like, they got into the first song and he was like, you know, I got to be honest with you, this is kind of weird for us. For the next 90 minutes, can we just turn all of the TVs off and you guys just be a part of this with me? And everyone in the room was like, yeah, totally, I'm down. And then it was a phenomenal show.
That's awesome.
But other shows I've seen there,
Right.
it's sold out and no one's listening.
Yeah.
And it's a very interesting concept, but I didn't. Yeah. Office is a great place though.
Yeah, no, we love the people there.
No, I know, but it's like it's one of those. Some of those places, the problem they have is that it's so big that no matter how many people you get in there, it looks like it's not
Vacuous.
filled.
Yeah.
You know, like Charlie B's can kind of be that way.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
have
the
like
bigger honky tonks.
a fucking ton of people in there,
Yeah.
and then it still just is just a big tin can.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What's interesting though is seeing Flatland still like sell out these hometown shows there,
Yeah, it's really
and there
cool.
being lines outside for
Yeah.
all the way down the damn block. Where you're in the parking lot.
I got to say, I'm so freaking proud of them.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
crazy to
It's-
watch from afar.
They
like-
deserve it.
Yeah, but it's the same culture that it has always been though. It's just like it's
And
a very
Cleto's the same person
supportive
they all
music
are.
scene
Yeah.
in this. I don't know. I'm really happy for anytime a Lubbock
Yeah.
band does well, man, or anytime I just see like a Lubbock buddy that's a player like playing music
Yeah.
for another band, and there's tons of us. You know,
Tons.
you run into each other anywhere in the country, and it's just like,
Texas Roadhouse today. We ran into Landon Scoggins.
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
And yesterday,
That's right.
we were all hanging out saw him yesterday.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Shameless.
Landon Coggins. Landon Coggins just came out with a new CD. Go check it out.
There you go. Yeah. I was gonna say, going back to that house,
Oh yeah.
I think like one of the funniest things I remember is, you guys would like harvest firewood from like
Whatever
back.
fence was falling
Yeah.
apart, and
fence
whatever
that would
tree
like
in the
fallen
alleyway.
down.
Yep.
And
had to take a trip to the alley.
I don't know how we didn't burn down half the neighborhood. I'm serious.
Well, like one of the funniest things I remember is like Dalton trying to like bust down one of the posts that was like buried in the ground, and it'd be like, why are you trying to get that? Like, get just the shit that's fallen down. I mean, it's like right there. You don't have to be the tough guy breaking that down. Plus, it's probably like 3 feet in the
We all took turns too. We would like run out of something to burn, and I'd be like, "Levi, go in the alleyway and grab something." He'd
You
just
had to
come
go to the
back
alley.
dragging an entire limb. I don't know where he got it from.
You never can tell with Levi either. Like, you never know where he got it from.
That was a fun house, man. I mean, that was the second house, like the second version of what was originally the front porch house, because I'm sure people have talked about this a million times, but Front Porch Family Band was named after the literal front porch that we were all sitting on while we were. Yeah, well, not, yeah, but Chase was there.
Sure.
In spirit.
Yeah,
What?
well, I mean,
Yeah, no, those houses were fun.
I remember you found a cat one night, Thomas.
Did you burn
Did
the
I?
cat?
Weren't you hanging out with a cat for like an entire night? He just like had it sitting on.
oh, I
on his
just found
shoulder?
a cat. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like I was. You made it sound like I'm over there by myself with this cat or something.
Well, I mean, it's towards the end of the night, you kind of were. But
I mean, you kind of get. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
you and
There's
Danny,
a lot of shit. we
Yeah.
forgot
You and Danny
about.
Satters.
you and Danny Sidra were hanging out with a cat.
Yeah. Oh, Danny.
Oh man.
Oh, Daniel.
Yeah. What was this about? Not getting off topic.
That's right. We're already off the rails here.
I mean, that's fine. That's how it goes. What is like your first memory of Blue Light as far as like seeing a show here?
Not my first, but my favorite
Most memorable.
Okay, yeah.
was an American Aquarium show, and it was with the old band. No disrespect, Joey, but that band was like
I like the old band too.
they were so
Really did.
quiet on stage, and I had partaken in some illegal activities, and I just sat up in the sound booth and watched the entire show from the first stroke to the last note, and it was just fucking
Flawless.
radical, dude.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, I mean that is. Yeah, that version of American Aquarium was really, really fantastic.
They've been
They're
playing
really-
together for what, like 8-7 years?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, they could get as quiet as they wanted and then
They
get as loud as
sure
they wanted.
could.
Well, and the energy.
I remember I watched them do Born to Run note for note, like
Tight.
flawless, that was one of my favorite shows. I don't know. I don't remember what band it was, but the first time I ever came to Blue Light, I can remember, is I was like transferred up here to Tech and was a music major, and just wanted to go out and see some music, and sat in the pew, right where we're sitting right now, but like against the subwoofer, and just watched this band wail, and like I don't remember what band it was, but I just remember being like, this place rules. Like
Yeah.
there was like hardly anybody in here, but they were just like rocking, and it was really fun to watch. And then like some of my favorite shows after that were like Sons of Fathers, and
Sons of Fathers.
like
for
those
sure.
guys could. Yeah. I mean,
Fuck Paul Cauthen.
See, I think like this room right here, it can be as packed and crowded and like, just a dive bar, or it can just be where there's like 10 people in here and they both can be amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it I don't know, it's something strange about how this room just like can lend itself to morphing into those two kinds of.
Thomas, were you here for the Jesus.
Yes, for
Who's
Jesus.
Who's the fucking guy who sings Jesus, I just went blank. Who's the Taylor plays drums for him? John Bauman.
Oh,
you were
whenever
here
it
for that
came
show
out,
when the
yeah.
power went out? Dude.
Yeah.
Were
that
any
was
of y'all here?
no, but I saw it
don't
on.
think I was
I
either.
was on tour when I saw it on social media, and I
Yeah.
remember thinking to myself, "Man, those are the nights that
Yeah.
are amazing." And I
Yeah.
wish I could have been there because I love Bauman's music, but also
yeah, Bauman's
like,
the shit.
but yeah, like
Whole
that,
band's the shit, by the way, too.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
the thing about like this place is it just like you can do that here because the room's small enough that you can like totally strip it down and
Yeah, they had
Just
like
scream in
one.
the
They
dark.
had one of these
one monitor or
speakers.
something.
Yeah,
Dude,
and had
that's
like
so
everything
cool.
kind of going through that. Yeah, it was, and he just like instead of staying on stage, obviously that's the biggest part. He came down here and like everyone just surrounded the band down here,
yeah.
So it was obviously a lot more intimate, and they were just kind of like, hey, you guys are gonna have to be kind of more quiet.
I can say that
You can still.
I can say my favorite moment that I've ever had at Blue Light musically was watching John Moreland open for Isbell right before Southeastern blew up, and I don't think I'll ever forget that. That was really cool. Both John Moreland and Visible, obviously, were great. But then, like, the next night, it was old 97s or something like that. Like, that week was just
Yeah.
jam-packed of amazing music in this tiny room in Lubbock. Like,
There was one
that was
week
cool.
here that was like, it was like Paul Cawthon before Sons of Fathers, Jason Isbell, like the Meat Puppets, old 97s, and like,
I think Brandon Adams was here that week, wasn't he?
yeah, something like that.
I
Like,
think I have a photo of, like, the little marquee that used to be out there.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
yeah, that's the probably the biggest week of
Yeah.
Lubbock music or blue light music, shall I say? It's kind of strange.
Mine, I had no idea who Six Market was. I had no idea who Red Shahan was. And that's when Red was playing keys for him. I believe it was me, you, Levi, and Dalton. And Red came up during the set to play Eastside River Snake. And that's the first time I ever heard that song as well. I love that song. But we danced as hard as we could. Like, shoulder to shoulder, arm around each other, just dance. And, like, that was really my first, like, what Blue Light's about kind of, like, feeling, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, like, it could be 10 people, it could be, 200. But, like, the energy and the vibe that you get from this place and the selection of music that they bring in is just, like, and the people that work here.
Yeah, the staff.
Like, that's what makes Blue Light, in
The
my
art
opinion.
on the walls.
Yeah,
With the
yeah. Well,
posters
down
on
to,
the
like,
walls, like
the
every-
artists that made the art on the walls, or
Right.
Briston,
Shut up.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, Dry County, check them out. Like,
did you guys see any of the Red on the Vital shows? Were you guys around?
No, that was before me. That was my first taste of, like, what that was like, and then immediately, because
I think
I
I
was
saw
kind
one
of
of the
into the
last
scene,
ones,
but
but-
I wasn't into the underground stuff yet, and Joey and Dalton and Levi all really threw that at me. Dave Martinez showed me a bunch of singer-songwriters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw the tail end of one of those, but I don't remember much.
What's interesting about, if you go back and listen to, like, that EP from Red, his voice is so much lighter,
Yeah.
and it's like, I don't know, it's only a few years back, but his voice is so much softer back then. It's not as rough
Yeah.
or as gravelly.
That's the growth I was
And-
talking about earlier,
yeah.
though. Is like it just happens. You play so often. You play so many shows, and you just grow and grow and grow and become more of yourself. And yeah, it's really cool to listen back to anybody's old recordings. They're just
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like growing your hair, though. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really know how long your hair is until you see, like, a picture of it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, with music, I feel that's the same way. Because you hear it every day, especially when you're working on it, that you go back and listen, and you're like, whoa. I used to suck even worse. Like, but that's again, that's the cool thing about it. And you get to see it in other people, especially with Cleto.
yeah.
Like, watching him go from just, this business major that wanted to play music to, like, the beast that he is now, like, songwriter and performer and
Yeah.
businessman and all that.
So I remember seeing Cleto for the first few times, where during Songwriter Night they would, if you signed up for Songwriter Night, you could also sign up to open for, like, Tuesday and Wednesday
remember that,
shows.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a really cool.
I remember
setup.
that.
And I remember him, like, always getting here and signing up for those.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And I'd come up here for a Tuesday or Wednesday, and he'd be opening acoustic, and it was just like he did that literally every show, every good show that I thought, like, oh, I'm going to go on a Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
He was opening up, and it was just because he put the effort into coming every Monday night, obviously, but then also making sure to, like, write his name down for those cool gigs, you know.
Yeah.
And it's all about getting those hours in.
Sounds important Mondays.
Those
Yep.
Monday nights, by the way, were you
Yep.
about to say the same thing?
That's really my
Those
first
Monday nights are
first
rowdy,
experience
man.
of Blue Light, and I guess that I should have said that was really the real one, because, like, Mondays is the prime example of that. Sometimes, like, especially during the competition, it's
Right.
filled in here, but some nights it's just the songwriters. That's it. Like, nobody else comes to watch, and it doesn't matter. Like, those guys still come up here and work it out and enjoy doing it and getting criticism and things like that, constructive criticism.
Right.
Mondays are very important here. Anybody asks me about Blue Light or Lubbock, I tell them go to Blue Light on a Monday.
Yeah.
Especially as a musician, like not even just songwriters. Like if you want to get a gig playing drums or bass or guitar in Lubbock, go to Monday Night at Blue Light.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Talk to people.
See, okay, I've got this theory kind of about Lubbock music, especially the last, let's say, like 35 years or so, maybe 30, is that Lubbock is based around bands that were made in dive bars. And
Yeah.
like that's where like all these bands really come from. You can go from like a Joe Ely kind of dive bar kind of sound to like any like the Jesse Taylor stuff, to like any of the stuff he was involved with, to like Brandon Adams. Really kind of formed the mold for the modern Lubbock band.
Oyster Bar 34th.
Yeah, just like all like the
Yeah.
that O bar down over here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That one
Off
used to like
19th.
Dude.
With the sailboat in the backyard. Or whatever.
yeah. I remember when they had shit out of there. Like you could go like it was set up like as a bar
Yeah.
back there, and then like there was the when they served food over there and stuff. I mean, it
Yeah.
was a lot different at one point.
I played a show with Grady Spencer there one time.
Lucky.
That's cool.
Lucky. I earned that.
I just love Grady Spencer.
Yeah, but like I think it's all dive bar kind of thing.
I agree with you.
How important is that where you're playing places where people aren't necessarily giving a shit about what you're doing, but then like the ones who do like really do give a shit. So this weird balance. What does that help create for musicians?
What is the opportunity?
Well, I mean, like, what is that like I mean, it feels like it's a pot of kind of some kind of pressure and like not non-pressure at the same
I
time.
think the term like cutting your teeth, like
yeah,
because it's not about sold out crowds. It's not about money. It's not about any of that. It's just about playing, and like trying to make yourself better.
For me
At the same
personally,
time.
it was kind of a weird time for me because I was doing, like traditional music, like the whole college thing. I was playing in orchestras and playing tambourine and triangle at the back of a symphony orchestra and doing that kind of thing. And then like hours and hours of scholarly music. And then on weekdays, I'd go out and try to play in smoky bars and do that whole thing too. So the whole thing is like just trying to grow as a musician in all ways. And I think for me, it was just every opportunity that I could play, I was playing.
Yeah,
Even if it was in my friend's living room.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I was just constant. Do you want to play? Yes. You want to play? Yes. Like never saying no to a gig. And that gave you opportunity to do that. The goal for me was always like, I want to play Friday nights at Blue Light, like Saturday nights at Blue Light. That was a huge, but like I wanted to do the Spoon. I wanted to do O-Bar. I wanted to do the Office. I want to play every single bar we could, downtown on Broadway, like the whole 4-hour college gig thing. I think that really helped me become a better musician.
And I think the open jam scene here is
Yeah.
super lax and cool and
Yeah.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not quite like that in Denton or in Austin when I spent a year there. And I'm living in Denton now, and there's no open jams in Denton.
No.
Unless you're a jazzer. And, most kids around Lubbock aren't jazzers. So
And they'll pull you off if you
if you
are an
suck.
idiot.
You can't swing, boy. Get off that drums. But there's an open jam at the Spoon on Sundays. There's an open jam at O-Bar on Sundays.
No Dry County's doing open jam on Wednesdays at Spoon now.
Oh, really?
Like currently, and it's really
maybe
cool.
Maybe
It's
that
like
jam moved.
pretty much the whole No Dry County band, and then now they're doing like you can go out there and play with them. Like
They used to do that on Wednesdays, I think, at Local as well.
yeah.
yeah,
Basically, they just moved it to
Yeah.
to
Spoon.
the Spoon, yeah. But yeah, that dive bar thing, man. I don't know. That's my favorite thing about this whole scene. But
That in any bar, like, because we keep talking about scene, but like networking, like a lot of people get shy when they hear that word, and like honestly, it's going out and making new friends. People that think maybe like you or not like you, and building that community, building the scene, being in that community. Dalton was real big on that when I joined because I was pretty much a hermit. I never went out. The only time I went out was if I was playing, and Dalton changed that big time. Like, going to see shows with different musicians and talking with them, bouncing ideas off of them. Like, it's huge. Like, and that's something they don't really talk about in, like, music school or when people are trying to tell you what to do. You know, they don't really talk about stuff like that. But it's really important. That and being a good hang.
Yes.
Got to be a good hang.
Yes. For me, it was just about making friends. Like,
Yeah.
I keep saying it over and over again, but it really was. Like, I wanted to hang out with these people, like, and do, like, yeah.
It just turned out that, like, all of our friends went on and did, like, great things, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's just cool. I think that makes it 10 times more cool. I was driving from Fort Worth to Stephenville one day, and I caught Red Dirt Roads, and they were going to commercial break, or to music break, I'm sorry. And they said, we'll be back with Charlie Stout, right?
Yeah.
And I just, like, had a huge grin on my face, and then they were like, you know, they played a Shafter song right after that, and I was like, this is awesome. Especially when you're out ways away from Lubbock, and you hear Lubbock artists, like even the guys that are coming up, or some of the guys that aren't in the, I guess, popular scene. They're, I guess, technically still underground songwriters or whatever. But
Yeah.
Well,
it's
now
really
Abbott-
cool when you hear that.
Yeah, now Abbott's doing that thing at Steamboat. It's the whole 806. There's like an hour and a half of just 806 songwriters. I mean, you guys do that too out at Stephenville, but for me, it was really cool to see it happen at Steamboat, where like this big festival, all these bands are there, and they dedicated an entire hour and a half or however long it was to just Lubbock musicians, and it was mostly just songwriters on stage swapping songs. But every musician from Lubbock was there as well that just plays bass or drums and stuff. And I remember just drinking beers with you guys and like, man, this is so cool. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is Monday. I got
Yeah.
all emotional about it and stuff. But it's like such a cool feeling. Like,
I
And
think
Randall
that-
King murdered it.
Yeah, dude, I was going to
Randall
say,
Yeah,
I was
murdered
gonna
it.
say the same
He
thing.
played Mirror Mirror and just had everybody
Didn't he also
floored.
play that song about his grandpa?
Mm-hmm.
What's that
And
tune
everybody's
called?
crying. I was like, thanks, Randall.
Dude, I almost cried.
I cried. I was like, thanks. I really wanted to cry today, Randall.
I think that's like his best song that he's written. The one
I
about his
agree.
grandfather.
That
That was
grandfather
grandfather.
song
Yeah.
is fucking miserable.
That
dude.
new
Isn't it
record-
like
that new record
When He
rules.
Knows Me?
I think so.
It's,
Mhm.
it's something
Mhm.
like that.
It's like as miserable as Courtney Patton's So This Is Life. That's a miserable tune. The Max Stalling tune, the Pila song, where that cowboy dies in the water. It's like some water tank. That's a miserable song. Like, it's on
Yeah.
that level of misery, in case you want to really get sad.
Or
Yeah.
if you are sad.
It is. It's interesting too. I think that, like, especially the Randall, Dalton, Clutto, Benton, that kind of class, if you will. How they're all kind of different. You know, they're not all the same Texas country
Mhm.
trying to be the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially
And
like Randall going old school country and
Yeah.
whatnot. I know I just smacked this shit.
I don't think any of them would have had as much success if they would have been as closely, if they were too close of a genre or too close of style.
Right.
I think that was
So-
a great thing about it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
They kept
everybody
each
was
other on their
different.
toes too, because then they
Yeah.
would like kind of feed off of each other.
Yeah. It's friendly competition too. Like,
Yeah.
see who could up each other play wise. Be like, oh, I know this. Like,
Yeah.
what do you know?
In conversations by themselves, like they would always ask me, "Do you think blah blah likes me?" And like I'm like,
Hell
Oh.
no, he fucking hates you.
oh, "No, I think so. I mean, like, why not? Why would I thought you guys were friends?" Well, I mean, like I know we're going up here on Monday nights or whatever, but like there's like I feel like almost every one of them would ask about another one,
Yeah.
and it's like I'm sure like everything's cool. I mean, just the friendly competition.
That
aspect of
anxiety
it,
is what music is, though. Like,
right.
the-
Yeah.
are they gonna like this? Do they like this? Are
Constantly.
they clapping because they like me or because they just want to like appear? Like, like it's just. But I think it really is just a total friendship up here, man. Like, I don't know.
I agree.
I actually don't like either of these guys. Really. Can't-
Everybody's pretty honest about it too. Somebody had a problem with somebody, they'd usually bring it up. Especially them Slayton boys.
Represent.
They
Keep in
don't.
mind, like,
They keep it honest.
we all lived together too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It was like we couldn't really get away from each other, so it was just the thing. Like,
I mean, some people even got in fist fights at one time. Back in the day. Started out as fun, then it ended up bad. But like usually, they'd be bleeding and drinking together and just having a good time. But no, I think I felt a lot of that when I first like came in. I was like, oh, man, I don't know if these people really like me. And then I noticed more and more that like they'll let you know. Like,
Right.
They'll tell you if they don't like you very much.
Yeah. Do you remember that time that it was like snowing outside? There's like 10 people here at Crooks.
When Crooks was here?
Yeah.
That was
one of the
that was an amazing night.
That was one of those times where I'm talking like where no one was here.
Yeah.
And it was like snowing outside and they still played. And
That was the first time Anthony had ever seen snow, which was really cool.
That's crazy.
That was a cool moment watching that happen. And yeah, I mean that was
What I love too is like where for whatever reason people in Lubbock do not go out when it's snowing. And it's like super easy to drive on, honestly. It's not like you just go slower than shit, really.
Yeah.
But that show right there was basically just what, like 15, 20 people here max.
Yeah.
And then we all went back.
I went back to
To
that,
the,
that Holiday Inn or whatever on the other side of town. Yeah.
You guys went swimming.
Yep.
Which I'm like,
went swimming in the indoor pool.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably one of the most memorable shows I remember.
Like that. Do you remember the old, they used to do, I forget what they call them, but they would set up a stage in that back alley before they built the big patio here at Blue
Yes,
Light?
I remember
The
a
backyard.
couple of shows back there.
And
yeah.
like, I remember Dirty River Boys and Charlie Shafter played
Yeah.
a show. That was the first time I ever saw Dirty River Boys.
Yeah, that was a weird setup. I talked with Six about it one time, just a couple weeks back, about how they had set that up where, because it was so narrow, because it was not as wide as like the way they had it, I guess. And it was so dark back there because
There were no lights.
no
at all.
lights really. There's like that one
Yeah.
light outside in the alleyway, but then they had like little lights set up other places, and it was just like a weird thing. But it was
Yeah.
also like,
It was like a punk rock show back there, man.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, in Dirty River Boys does that. They have punk rock shows, but like, it was badass. And there was so many people back there too.
yeah,
Freaking alleyway, but
Yeah.
that was when the patio was not the patio. The
Yeah.
patio was like just the, I don't know,
Just like
real
ropes or
sketch
something like that,
sketch
like-
patio. Really, I wish like there was a way where they could have taken that patio and put it on the back of this patio. If that was a
That would have
possible
been
thing,
awesome.
That would have been really cool.
It feels like forever
Just-
ago that patio was like that.
I know.
It's insane.
Yeah. Now it's like twice as big and
Yeah.
super nice.
Luxurious.
And exactly. You feel like you're not in Lubbock. You're like, where am I? Yeah. I don't know.
what was your favorite show at Blue Light?
I
Since
think
you
like my
asked us.
favorite show probably, I remember like the Isbell shows, and it was fucking amazing. I think though that probably my favorite experience was the back-to-back Jonathan Tyler nights.
Oh yeah.
Hell
that
yeah.
was cool.
'Cause
I
it
remember the
was-
fire department came that night. Was that the same night?
It was
like he didn't. Like it was like 2 a.m. and he was still playing.
yeah, there was one of those. Yeah,
That was
that
incredible.
second show, he played until like the lights were on
Yeah.
out here, and they were still playing. That first night, Taddy Porter opened up,
Oh.
and they played, and it was packed in here, and it was like sweatier than shit. And
Everyone
just
had
like,
their shirts off.
that was the second night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The first night was like
It was
just
very slippery.
rock and roll, and like I don't know, they finished up, and then me and Jonathan hung out for a while. We talked about all kinds of music shit, and I think this was like during like Crude Fest, because I believe they went down to Midland and played like an afternoon set that Saturday,
Oh yeah.
and then drove back here for that night to play. No opener that night, and they just kept on like amping the crowd up, like, you
And
know,
that was like
that's when people
his
started-
original band. Like,
Yeah.
those guys.
Big
and
J and
Yeah.
no,
No, it was before him.
no, it
was
was
before
Nick
Nick?
wasn't playing. It was with Chase though,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
and because like Chase, I remember.
And Mo was in the band. remember?
Yeah.
I don't
Mo
know
Brown.
like how. I may be like not remembering this correctly, but I swear like he threw a beer bottle from the stage. Chase like across the room and it like hitting the sound board, which I think the sound was like over here in the corner.
Really?
Yeah. Or he picked something up. I know he threw something, but it was like just one of those, I don't know, I guess just feeling the moment of throwing something. And then
somebody
like,
probably threw it at him and he might have thrown it back.
and then like Jonathan got like on this right here on this speaker, and it looked like he was like floating in air because it was all black, you know,
Oh,
in
yeah.
the crowd. And yeah, it was the funniest. Like it was funny too because like the crowd was all taking their shirts off, all the guys, and then like the band started, and like I don't know, it was such a weird,
it was a bunch of fratty dudes just like with their shirts off, like beer belly and bumping each other and like
yeah.
All sweaty.
It was one of those weird like, but my friend Carson was here that night, and my friend Carson is like this like 6'8", 6'9" dude, and he coming into town and he was wearing like a sports coat and like a button-up shirt, and this girl comes over and is like, hey, blah 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 blah, and he's like, what? And he bends down and she's like, take your shirt off, and he's like, no, I'm not taking my shirt off. And then like she keeps on fucking with him for like half an hour, and he starts taking his blazer off, and he has his blazer, and then she's like starting to unbutton, and he's like, no, and she's like unbuttoning it from the top, and he's like going behind her, buttoning it back through, and it was the funniest thing because I was just standing there watching, and he's just super fucking awkward about it and stuff, and he's like, I don't know.
That's awesome.
But I would say that was a lot of fun. I don't know.
that first Turnpike show, or I don't know if it's the first Turnpike street show,
Right.
Oh,
but there's
man.
a photo of the crowd, and it's literally every single one of the musicians that are out of Lubbock right now in the crowd.
Yeah.
Going-
Those were all like
going
random
dancing.
shots.
dancing and hanging out.
Yeah.
And
That was a fun
Yeah.
night.
That was there's a lot of really great Turnpike shows here. And then like if seeing them inside here, it was kind of like it's where I think like their last show was still like a $7-8 show inside before they like ended up playing Wild West, and like now, you know, of course they're fucking massive, and it's kind of crazy to think that they were playing it inside and then just
And now they're in the tabloids.
we're cutting this out.
No comment. No comment.
But yeah, those shows.
translated to killing it.
Killing it. All press is good press, guys. Don't worry about
Killing it. That's what they're doing.
There was another show just a couple. I guess it was a couple months back, and it was where like no one was here, and it was Jamie Lynn Wilson, Carrie Sweeney, Wade Parks, and Brandon Adams, and they played right in front of the bar.
Are you serious? That's cool.
Yeah, like on that extended
Oh.
bar thing right
Yeah.
there, that side. They were on this side, and everyone was kind of sitting on the bar side, and there was like 15, 20 people.
That's awesome.
I'd
and
love
it
to
was
see that.
Yeah, that's
no mics or anything like that, and it was just it was
badass.
kind of it was one of those things where it was just like, oh, this is like fucking music again. This is like seeing somebody play in their living room, and that's what it kind of reminded me of, because like Wade Parks would always have people at his house to play. And I remember one time it would be in like me, Wade, Brandon, Kenneth O'Meara, Dave, and Zach Wilkerson was in town, and we were over at Wade's house, and they were just passing the guitar around, and you know, a 30-pack of Keystone Light, and you know, just hanging out. It was fucking fun. Like that's what it reminded me of, though. There's like no one really here, and everyone was really quiet too. That's the key to all that shit.
That for me is everything about Lubbock music is good show or bad show. It's going to end up at somebody's house passing a guitar around.
Yeah.
I remember there were a couple shows that Zoe was playing around town whenever she first started playing around town and hanging out with us, and Zoe Carter, and she got double booked at the Recovery Room. Some DJ bumped her out of her show. We just went back to the house, and we had our own show at the house.
Yeah.
And we brought like 40, 50 people with us and just passed around beers and passed the guitar around. I don't know. That's
And ended up on the roof.
ended up on the roof. Yes. Goodness.
That's what it's about, though, for sure. Just the fun stuff.
Ending up on the roof.
We had a couple roof shows back in the Buster Dwayne
Oh,
days.
we never did a roof show. That would be amazing.
We didn't. It wasn't like a roof show. Like Maggie Burt from
Yeah.
and Eddie Essler
Yeah.
from Turbine Tool Shed back in the day. They would come over and hang out. We do a bunch of like joint shows at PM, and we would go rage at the house, jam, and get on the roof and play some tunes. It's great times, man.
I have a question for you, Chase.
Proceed.
Can I ask questions? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
So you and I kind of did the same thing, but at different times. We did the whole Lubbock thing, and then went to Austin, and then came back to Lubbock. Well,
Mhm.
anyways, how was that for you? Like comparatively, going from the tight knit Lubbock scene to the very saturated Austin scene, which the Austin
Sucked shit through a straw, man.
the Austin scene's it's cool, but like
It is cool.
it's a little bit whelming.
It is, and it's too big, man. You could spend 100 years in Austin now and not go in every bar.
Yeah.
There's too many bars, and there's too many people. There's too much traffic. There's possibly too much music. Like, coming back was good. I was actually going to quit music, and then my buddy Tanner Griggs, shout out, was like, hey, there's this cat named Dalton Domino.
Yeah.
He needs a drummer. I was like, that's a cool ass name. I was like, I'll go check him out. And then I go to practice. And it's the worst fucking practice of all time.
Oh yeah, legendary.
You guys practiced?
That was
No, I'm just
our
kidding.
one practice
Do you
we've had
remember-
in 4 years.
You remember the hot shed practices?
Yeah.
Man.
We had this shed out south of Lubbock that was literally just a shed behind another shed.
No air conditioning.
And then, yeah, there was a window unit, but there was no air. It didn't work.
Right.
And it'd be like 103 in there.
See, that's some like Skinner shit right there. Like Leonard Skinner would practice in this like
We had 4 bands
Shed.
practicing in there at once, like
Yep.
just kind of trading out. And
That's cool.
yeah, it was really cool. It was literally just like I don't know how big it was. Not very big.
No.
Metal shed.
You could fit drums in there comfortably.
Somebody took like an old piece of like carpet, like a leftover roll of carpet that they stole from like Lowe's or something. I don't know how it got in there, and
From
just
a
like put it on
house.
the floor. And they're like, "Well, we got a practice space." Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah, it worked. It was just always so hot. Dalton just shirtless, sweating, smoking too many cigarettes. Like, yeah.
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 Good days though.
I
It's
feel like
fun.
I've never seen anyone smoke cigarettes
What's
the
that?
way Dalton smokes. Just
Yeah.
Dude,
Right after
he
another.
drove for 2 hours on Saturday, and he smoked 6 cigarettes in 2 hours and got pulled over.
And got pulled over. Yeah.
And he was shirtless.
And he was shirtless.
shit.
Well, that's what I loved about that article you wrote. You know, when we did that, it was Flatland, then us, and then Wade Bowen
Right.
at La Hacienda. And
Dude, where's my pants?
some people got up in arms about that a little bit. Like they said, well, he's trying to make Flatland look better than y'all. I was like, no, he was making the point that Flatland's cleaner than us. Like, we're dirty river rats with no water. Like, you know. But, you know, the part that you did, you know, it was like, you know, show up, smoke a cigarette. Go to sound check. Sound check's not ready yet. Smoke a cigarette. Do sound check. Smoke a cigarette. Like, get dressed. Smoke a cigarette. Like, that's
Yeah.
probably the most accurate description of like before a show with our band, or I would say most bands that
Right.
smoke cigarettes. Like, yeah,
Smoking's bad. Okay.
it is. It is. It is bad.
Just kidding.
But like that's also that show. I remember Dalton walking around not being able to find a fucking pair of pants,
Yeah,
and it's like,
typical.
how do you not have a pair of pants? You gonna wear those swim trunks out there?
Yes.
And he will. Yeah, he
Yes,
will. There's actually a funny thing that happened in Key West.
He couldn't find a swimming trunks.
Well, Dalton gets fangirlish only around a couple people, and like Pat Green is definitely one of those
yeah.
people. Well, Pat walks up to him the first day. Dalton is wearing black tight jeans and a Hawaiian shirt and like a ridiculous necklace or something like that. He literally looked like a
Crocs.
Port Aransas drug dealer.
For sure.
And Pat comes walking up to him, and Dalton's just staring at him. And Pat doesn't say a word. He just stands there. He just stares at Dalton. Dalton's waiting for him to just react somehow. And he's just waiting. And Pat just nods his head, and he goes, I was going to wear that today, too. And you look at Pat, he had these orange swim trunks with paint all over them and a Hawaiian shirt on. And I was like, honestly, Pat, like, if Dalton wasn't dressed like this, he would be dressed like you right now. So it's kind of funny, like his weird style, cut off tees and swim trunks and Crocs.
You want to tell the story about how first time Dalton opened up for Pat?
Oh,
Tell it real quick.
What is that called? The Republic, right?
I'm not sure.
It's over here.
Like
off Buddy
it's called
Hollow.
like the Republic of Texas or
Mhm,
something,
yeah,
right?
yeah. We did a festival and it was miserable. It was freezing rain. It was so cold. There's a couple of us. Dick's Hat Band was opening on that show too. It was a lot of fun. Well, Dalton waited in line for the meet and greet on Pat with everybody else. Got out there and took his hat off out of respect, and tried to shake Pat's hand. He was like, "I really appreciate you letting us open up for you tonight." And Pat was just, to put it in autograph mode, just grabbed his felt hat and signed it and gave it back to him. And Dalton just stared at it and was like, "Well, it's Pat Green. Like, what am I really gonna say here?" Like, but yeah. That's his
Thanks
one.
for coming to the show, bud.
Yeah. That's what he said. Thanks for coming to the show. And he's like, no, thank you. Like, walked off. Said Pat Green and Cody. He doesn't show as much with Cody Canada, but when Cody Canada's on stage, like Dalton is just a little kid, and so happy. But yeah, sorry, I had to share that one.
No. Like I was gonna say something on this, the meet and greet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is one of those things where I want to know how much. I guess like I'm sure you could figure it out, but like that just adds so much more money to what you're making than if you didn't do that.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like
some
how
people
many
charge
people
for it,
just,
some people don't. But
I know a lot of people do, and it's like,
especially the
fucking,
big acts for sure.
Oh, you're gonna just shake everyone's hand and take a photo, so you're losing like 45 minutes max of like what you were doing before.
Standing around waiting to go on stage.
Yeah. I don't know. When are you guys gonna add that? The meet and greet.
I mean, we don't really charge, I guess, for that kind of thing. But
Yeah, I know.
yeah, no, I don't know anybody that would really pay.
BJ does that every night at the end of every show. Stands there and he'll shake everybody's hand
Yeah.
until everyone leaves. I think that's something I've always really liked.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
It is important.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's cool for the fans, man.
Yeah.
People dig that shit. And Dalton's kind of morphed it, I would say. He does that thing where he like plays before the show for all the minors, which I think is very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I would shit my pants if I was like 17 years old and Ray LaMontagne was like, I'm gonna play 6 tunes for all my underage fans.
Out in the parking lot.
I would lose my shit.
Yeah.
Right. I think that, like that kind of interaction with fans, you got to always think about it like where, for them, like that's their water cooler talk when they go back to work. They're like, hey, you know who I saw? Or like that's their Instagram post or Facebook post. While it may be such a small thing for you as an artist, but it's just what their fucking week is about, or their month or whatever.
For sure.
I did that again. I
Strike
know. I've hit this like twice now. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna ask.
You don't have show notes over there? You don't have like a tree thought, a line of...
No, I had like
line.
5 things I was gonna ask in my
Gotcha.
head, but then I just kind of let it go. I mean, this isn't like I'm not interviewing Bob Dylan here, you know.
Oh.
So I mean, don't need the homework on this one, you know. But yeah, like what is y'all's like favorite record that you've you've seen out of this Lubbock scene?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
What's been like your favorite record that's come out of this Lubbock scene?
That's hard.
I like Stockland 1 and 2 a whole lot. That's my boy Will Boring.
That's a great band.
Yeah.
I was back in the Melanie days, I was a huge fan of Melanie.
For sure.
But I mean, it's, still
Same band.
Same band.
Cooler name.
Yeah, cooler name.
Same stupid
There is
Griffin,
that photo
though.
of you of
There's a lot of photos
like
of
just
me
like
doing stupid
yelling
shit.
in Will's.
Oh yeah, screaming into his guitar.
It's the first time I saw Seth Ramirez too. Like, and he was playing with him. Now he's playing with Randall. But like that was he's a huge influence on me. And a lot of bass players come out of here. His skill set and like his stage presence was like stupid crazy.
I really like Red's new record.
Yeah.
I think it's all around really good. But it's just, I'm a fan of it.
Man, that's hard. That's real hard.
Yeah, Randall's new record's pretty great.
I love Randall's stuff.
Garth Brooks
really
is a
the
fan.
one that like I can spin
so cool, dude.
nonstop,
Yeah,
listen to every day. Pretty much any William Clark Green album, like
I was a big fan of Rose Queen, too.
that and Grady.
of course.
You know.
Yeah. So like you're in American Aquarium now. We'll
Yeah.
pivot to that.
Yeah.
Like what was that process like of whenever you guys finally? Okay, so this band has been together for just a minute really, and then going into the studio and cutting 10 songs.
I learned a lot about myself as a musician, to be honest with you. It was a lot of fun. I'm still kind of in the middle of it because the record hadn't even come out yet, so I'm still just like really excited for people to hear that. But yeah, I'm in that band with Shane, the guitar player, Shane Baker. I went to high school with him. I've known him for I think maybe 10 years now at this point, but known him for a long time.
Lubbock?
Shane's from Brenham. So
Really?
I grew up
he's
in
from
Brenham.
Brenham.
I grew up in Brenham, Texas.
Oh, where's that?
Pretty much right near College Station.
Okay, cool.
Bluebell ice cream. That's what we got.
Fuck
That's our
yeah.
thing. Yeah. Shout out to Brenham. But Shane, so like that was really cool being able to, be in a band with him, and then getting to have Ben Hussey involved as well.
That dude sucks.
Yeah.
He's terrible at bass. He's a horrible human being, and I'm sure he's a bad father.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. I was actually gonna get to that. And say how awful he was. Yeah, but it's cool getting to work with them, and it's cool getting to see American Aquarium take on more of a Texas thing.
Right.
Pedal steel player likes to make fun of us because we're from Texas, but it's okay. He's from Nashville, so he, there's a little bit of Nashville, Texas headbutt every now and then, but it's all in good fun. But it's I don't know, man. We BJ sent us the tunes. We started practicing on our own. Had a couple rehearsals. Had our first show here at Blue Light in August, and I think we played for we were just together for 8 weeks, just right out of the gun. I would just show after show after show, and it got better really quick.
Right.
And then went straight into the studio almost immediately after that. After Christmas, we just went straight into the studio and got to work with Fulbright in the studio, which is really cool.
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a really cool experience. Yeah, I don't know. It's been fun, man. It's kind of a whirlwind for me because, like Moad was saying, I was a huge fan of the band. And then when I started working with Crooks, we opened up for them several times, and that kind of created that whole connection. And then one thing led to another, and phone call, and BJ asked me to help him find some players, and then I did it. Yeah, it's fun though, man. I feel like I've grown a lot just in the last 8 months since I started with them, so that's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Plus, y'all don't run click.
It's all just
Y'all don't have a set list.
No,
That's
BJ's
fucking cool.
yeah.
That's rock and roll
BJ's
as
like
fuck.
Peyton Manning up there, just calling audibles like crazy, just yeah. And there are some songs that it's you play this one, we go on the next one, but it's for the most part BJ's watching the crowd and seeing what he wants coming up, and then deciding, and it's fun. I like it.
That's cool.
Keeps you on your toes.
For sure. Gotta
One of the
keep your head
things
up.
that he said whenever we did the podcast was that you guys were going back and picking songs that were old songs
Yeah.
that they hadn't done in years.
Mm-hmm.
What goes in that process? Is it just songs that y'all fucking like? That you guys were like, hey, why don't you guys play
That first
this
tour,
anymore?
That first tour was pretty much pick the hits from every record and play them,
Right.
and just reestablish American Aquarium as a band. The band. It may be different people, but it's still the band. It's still the songs, which is what matters. It's all about the songs. This next tour, I think we're pulling from even further back, which will be cool. We're in a couple of the really old ones. That first record, just hit its 10-year anniversary or whatever. So
Yeah.
that got re-released, and so I think we're gonna try to do a couple songs off that. I don't know what. I don't want to give away any surprises, but so that's exciting. But yeah, I mean it's and then like we would be in Cleveland playing a show, and there'd be like 20 people there or whatever. It was like a smaller show, and BJ's like, "What do y'all want to hear?" And they'd throw out songs. And luckily, that one night, he every song they said we happened to know. And but then there were some nights where he'd be like, "Oh, we don't know those. We'll bring those next time we come."
Well, how is that like? Where you've been playing in Lubbock, playing in Texas primarily, and then like getting out on the road and
I
going
absolutely
like
love that.
all over the fucking place all of a sudden.
It's really cool. It's a bit of a culture shock for me because we did an East Coast run, first tour I ever did with them, and played in Asbury Park, New Jersey, and it's the first time I'd ever seen the Atlantic Ocean, which was really cool for me. And that may not seem like a big deal, but yeah, I'm a Texas kid from a town of, I think it was like 13,000 people, and then I get to travel across the country and do that. So that was huge for me. And just getting to see a bunch of places I'd never been before. When we were in Boston, I went and walked around Harvard, which was like, that was a really cool experience.
Did you just have like the social network
soundtrack
going? The Trent Reznor score?
Pretty much just like getting to see things I've never seen before. It's a great feeling. Yeah. But what about you guys? You guys are playing Key West recently, which is cool.
Key West.
Y'all are going all over the place too.
Yeah, a lot of things I never thought I'd see.
I've never been there, so that'll be fun to do that.
South Carolina was easily one of our favorites.
Throw it up.
Like Poorhouse. Poorhouse was really cool. It had almost kind of a Blue Light kind of vibe to it as well. Like it's owned and operated by ex-musicians, tour managers, bus drivers, like everybody that's worked the tour life, and they took that and brought it to a bar. And like you get the same kind of feeling when you're there of just like a tight music community. We saw a guy covering like guys that some people in Texas don't even realize exist in this state,
Right.
And that was really cool. We've been down to Alabama's always a lot of fun too.
It really is.
I like Alabama a lot. They're pretty rowdy.
It's way hipper than people think.
Like where?
Everybody's really nice out in those areas too. Like really respectful. They're thanking you for being there, and we're like, no, thank you,
Yeah.
But it's different in like probably all the greatest ways possible,
Yeah. See, when I went to like Muscle Shoals, I felt like that was like the coolest place. Like it was just like a cool vibe, a lot cooler like temperature wise than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be fucking hotter than shit, but it was, like I guess with the Tennessee River being there, it kind of gives off a little bit of a little bit cooler shit. But I don't know.
It was really cool
cool places.
It was really cool for me to play shows in Raleigh, doing the road trip to Raleigh thing, and like where American Aquarium started. And
Did y'all play in Lincoln Theater?
Yeah, we did.
That place is cool.
Yeah, that place is
Theater.
awesome.
That was fun, and just how nice people were about. They were really welcoming the new band, which is cool. Something that I was a little nervous about. Just like how are they going to handle it, and
Right.
I think that's probably one of the coolest things for me is just people that are. I was a fan of the band too, so.
Mm-hmm.
I can't blame people for being a little nervous that it's a new band. So,
Right.
people welcoming us is a really cool feeling.
I was nervous. I was calling every sound engineer y'all played for that first week. I was like, how do they sound? Did they suck?
I shut off social media for the whole first 2 years. I didn't want to read anything.
Awesome.
I didn't want to see any videos. I didn't want to hear anybody say anything. And just like
Mike Van said, he was like, dude, they sounded fine. They sounded good. And if you sound fine on your first try, 8 weeks later, like you say, you're just going to be smashing it out.
yeah. We kind of made it our own too.
You'll have like an all-star band though, like for sure. Like you and BJ really picked that well. Like Ben Hussey, beast.
For sure.
Shane, beast.
Yeah.
You're a beast. Like
I really
It's
like
cool.
having Adam in the band, having ties to Nashville.
Yeah.
That's a really cool thing. That like, there's this imaginary feud between Texas and Nashville that I think is absolutely
I
absurd.
love Nashville.
I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And some of the
Nashville
best
was great.
musicians right now are coming out of East Nashville.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's awesome.
Well, it
not
depends
the
what-
city East Nashville, but like the eastern part of Nashville.
Depends what like people are talking about when you're talking about Nashville. People automatically think that what they see on TV or on popular radio, that's Nashville. Like no.
Yeah.
We went there for a festival,
Americana Fest.
Americana Fest, and man, we saw so many like awesome venues, like dive bars,
Killer
like,
bands like the Secret Sisters.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they rule.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing
Oh,
is,
yeah.
is that first off, like if you're a fan of the like that top layer of Texas country,
Mm-hmm.
they all recorded their records in
Oh, yeah.
Nashville
Yeah.
anyways.
Oh yeah.
But then two is like if you're not a fan of that, if you're a fan of like the Americana stuff, all those bands recorded those records
Oh,
in
yeah.
Nashville. So like
Yeah.
I don't know like what's the just because Luke Bryan or Jason Aldean also recorded their records there does not
Right.
mean
Yeah.
like it's a
It just
bad
means it's gonna be
place.
professionally done. Like
Yeah. But like Nashville was fucking cool.
Yeah.
The only problem I have is like I'm just not like a big traffic guy. So I don't like-
Yeah.
Like that's why I would never move to Austin.
Yeah.
Or I'm not even really keen on moving into like the DFW area.
See, that's
I
why I
would
live in
not wanna-
Stephenville. I love it out there.
That is a blessing of Lubbock, Texas. You get anywhere and do anything in 10, 15 minutes.
Right. I kept on when I was up there last, I was hanging out with Ross Cooper and I was kept on giving him like Lubbock times. Being like, "Oh yeah, I can probably be there in like 15 minutes." And then, half hour later being
45,
like,
yeah.
well, actually it's going to be a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, but
Yeah, I mean, in the DFW area, if you're going to go have dinner with friends, you have to take the day off fucking work.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
45 minutes easy to anywhere.
Easy, if you don't
Easy.
hit traffic.
Yeah.
yeah, see, I'm not about traffic.
I have a really soft spot for Fort Worth, man. I love that town.
It's got a cool
Well,
little
it's,
hub.
these places are cool. It's just like
Yeah.
not
It's just getting to them.
right. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's the same thing with Mags though. Like Magnolia Motor Lounge.
That's like a second blue light for me.
the same.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's the staff, the music that they bring in. I tell anybody, they ask me about Lubbock and music. I'm like, I guarantee you, no matter what night of the week you go to Blue Light, like you're gonna hear something good. Might be different from what you're used to, but like you'll hear it
Right.
good there. Same with Mags.
Yeah, the staff
Guaranteed.
is killer. The sound engineer is
Mhm.
good. The sound is good. The bar is clean. The food is great. I
I'm
would
excited. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you. I would say that if Blue Light is your mom, then like Magnolia Motor Lounge is like your stepmom.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Happy birthday, Mom, by the way. My mom turned, what are you, 52 today?
No.
51. 56? Oh. You're
Yeah.
born in 62, right? That's right. Jackie Fox, 62, y'all. What's up? Yes, ma'am. Love you, Mom.
How is the music scene, Lubbock music scene for you? I'm gonna ask you questions, right?
It was crazy.
It was
We
crazy.
had a good time.
Yeah.
That was back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
That was about, what, one?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Sprott still
Learning how
playing
to walk.
around and those guys.
We had a good time.
Yeah.
Now I'm living the rest of my good time through Chase.
There you go.
Mom went to Nashville for a
Vicariously.
little bit. She tried her hand out there. Mom's got the voice of who? Who you sound like, Mom? Like Reba, like Miranda. No?
I got the old school voice.
What's her name? Dina
Carter.
Carter? No? You're killing me, Mom.
I don't know. I could make my voice sound like a whole lot of
Like Roy D. Mercer.
Roy D. Mercer. I had a tweet about Roy D. Mercer the
There
other
you go.
day.
Sorry,
Like,
what was that?
I said I had like a tweet about Roy D. Mercer the other day because it's like one of those things where it's like those used to be in every fucking truck stop all the damn time, and like my dad had probably like 5 or 6 of them.
My mom still has lines memorized to this day.
Did you guys have those?
I don't
You,
think so.
you know what we're talking about that?
It's
No, I
like
don't
prank
think so.
phone
Like the
calls from a
prank phone
trucker.
call.
Oh my god.
There were DJs from.
Yeah, it was DJ.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad used to get those a lot. He
Yeah.
usually played them when we were traveling somewhere, for sure.
Yeah, there you go. That's the signs. You don't know what we're talking about at all.
Yeah. That was probably before my time.
No, it's not. Like,
Those
it's
and
like-
Jeff Foxworthy, like was all.
yeah,
my
it's
dad
kind
would
of Jeff
listen to.
Foxworthy redneck kind of thing,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
like prank calls of like a dude calling somebody, being like,
Just like crank yankers before, like
Yeah.
way before crank.
Okay.
Yankers.
you
It's
know,
on
just wanting
audio.
to start a fight. Basically, that's always how it end up getting to that point of like
That's awesome.
wanting to start a fight. So, need to bring those back. They're all on Spotify because I had to look all
Are
this
you
stuff.
serious?
What?
Yeah, because
That's
like
awesome.
when I thought about it, I was like, oh, I've not thought about that in for fucking ever. And so then I had to like look up on the Wikipedia page, and I Spotify looked them up, and I was like, well, yeah, they're all there. So I'm
Next
gonna have
long
to do
drive.
that. So yeah, yeah. You guys want to go get a beer?
I'm down.